Welcome back to Spotlight on Vegas Business, our premier business lunch. We are in studio today with Fely qivetas and Ken Shockley.
Yes.
Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Now, this is obviously a non-profit segment. I know you work with veterans, which is a cause that I think we should all get involved with. Can you just tell us a bit more about, first of all, your organization, what it's called?
Sure. It's Precious Care, Live Longer Foundation.
Right.
And what we're trying to do is get off the ground a organization for the veterans, specifically homeless veterans in Pahrump, Nevada. And we have a really high veterans population out there. We have 9,000 vets, which is approximately 26 to 27% of our population.
Wow.
And a lot of homeless vets. And we're trying to get something out there because there's really nothing out there for them right now.
Okay. So what kind of methods are you using? I mean, do you have any special programs or events or anything that's coming up?
We're working on it right now. Right now we're in the very first phase, which is promotion and trying to get some fundraising. We just secured a building that's going to be very close to the hospital out there in Pahrump, which is going to be a great location for walking distance for a lot of those homeless vets, and it'll get them access to the things that they need.
Fantastic.
So tell me, how did this become a passion for both of you?
Okay, I am a Filipino American, and when I was a Nye County Commissioner from 2008 and 2010, I have seen the plight of these poor homeless veterans, and I was telling myself, had it not been for these veterans, my family and I won't be here. So I asked myself, what can I do? So I thought of putting up a foundation, and our goal is to put up a small veteran center for a start, where Ken Shockley, he used to be the director of the Nye County Veterans Services, and we can have some veterans volunteers on this first project that we are going to have, and hopefully we'll be able to create awareness from people in the community to help us and support us.
Fantastic. So how long ago did you establish this?
We are planning, we are talking to some generous people in the community. They are going to help us. So we were able to identify somebody who owns the property. He will give us, he will sell it to us for much lower price. So that will be the first step. We have to secure the land.
Okay.
And after that, hopefully more help will be coming to us.
Okay, and do you have any plans to expand into Las Vegas or other areas?
We're looking at that. However, Vegas does have a few of those programs available to them right now. So we're just focusing primarily on Pahrump because they have absolutely no programs and nothing in place right at this moment.
Okay.
What's the need out there in Pahrump? What are we looking at per population?
We're looking, well, there's 9,000 vets as far as population goes. We're trying to get a good count on the homeless, but it's very difficult to do for the simple fact that they move so rapidly. The police will ask them to move or leave the property that they're on. However, I just went behind the Pahrump Nugget on the BLM land there, and I counted 78 different little tents and homes and little places that people were calling home right now. And from my experience as the Director of Veteran Services up there, there's a very, very high population just in that little 78-person camp. And right now I think there's close to 200 to 300 vets, and that's being very conservative, that are homeless.
So what do you find that when you go and do outreach and you're looking to get in touch with the vets that are out there, is that something that is it easy to be accepted and to be trusted and get your message across what you're trying to do?
That's a very good question. It is not easy to be effective. One, I've done this a lot with homeless programs as far as food and clothing goes. I'll take clothing out to a lot of those people, and they're kind of standoffish. They don't know why you're approaching their camp. They don't want you in their camp. Obviously, they're there for a reason. They want to be alone, or they don't trust the government, or they just don't trust people in general. They have PTSD issues. So you kind of got to approach cautiously because they're kind of unsure of why you're there. But for my relations with them, once you build that bond, then they trust you and they're willing to work with you. And that was something that I did on a regular basis as a director of Veteran Services up there.
Great.
Wow, so there's a lot of people skills. It looks like, to earn their trust and so forth.
It goes a long way when I can approach them and say, hey, I was in the Marine Corps myself. I understand what you guys went through and what you're going through.
That's my next question. Do you have any military experience?
I do, and I'm a disabled vet. I was in the United States Marine Corps, and I actually I broke my neck while on active duty, and so I've got a lot of experience dealing with people's claims, dealing with their issues as far as veteran services goes, and I have a lot of sympathy for people going through PTSD and depression and things of that nature.
Well, I think that's very important for you trying to approach them because, as you say, there's a lot of distrust, but once they realize that you are on a similar boat to they are, you've been through similar experiences to them, you just happen to be a bit more fortunate than them, I would think that goes a long way to building that trust.
Absolutely, and that's something I promised myself when I got better and I took care of myself, that I would take care of every vet that I could come across, and that's one thing that I'm trying to fulfill now, is help every veteran that I can help with my knowledge and experience.
Okay, and how's your response been from the general community in terms of getting donations and support? I mean, I know you got this great deal on this property, but other than that?
Yeah, we're looking to hold an event here, but it's been overwhelming so far. We've had nothing but open arms, and people respond very positive to us. We just started our Facebook page, and we have 1,100 likes so far within about a 2-month period. So we're getting the word out there, and that's mainly what we're trying to do today, is get the word out so we can effectively go about and take care of some of these veterans.
Yeah. You mentioned you have an event coming in Vegas. Have you got details on that yet?
We don't have one quite in Vegas yet. We're working on that for the second half of the year. Our first one is probably going to be at the Pahrump winery in about 2 to 3 months.
Okay.
We're working on securing all the details at this point.
Yeah, no, please whenever you get details, just please send it to me, Nicole, and we will get it out there as well. We'll get that
Absolutely,
information
will
out
do.
there.
Absolutely. I'm on your Facebook page right now. If anybody out there wants to reach out to Fely and to Mr. Shockley, please check out their Facebook page, Precious Care Live Longer Foundation, on Facebook. And now that's pretty impressive, 1,100 plus likes in a couple of months. I just shared a photo to the page of the two of you on the radio, so hopefully that'll get some good engagement and a little more information out there. What type of fundraiser are you doing out at the winery? How are people going to purchase tickets to that? Is it a party and to donate, entertainment?
Yeah, we're going to have either lunch or in the afternoon, either lunch or early dinner, and we have some guests. We have a band. We will be selling some tickets, and we'll have some guests from the military that could help us sell more tickets. And the owner of the Pahrump Valley Winery, they're very, very good couple. They are always there, willing to help us.
Okay. Well, at least now I have an excuse to go to Pahrump.
Yes, you will be there. You should be there.
Absolutely. I didn't even know there was a winery out there, but I don't know a lot about
The only thing I
Pahrump.
know about Pahrump is that they have a racetrack. Other than that, I don't know.
Is that all that you know about Pahrump?
You should.
I knew they had a brothel, but
You should go to the website and look at the Pahrump
I'm married. I
Valley
didn't care about the
Winery.
brothel.
I actually heard about it about a month or two ago. A friend of mine that likes to take a motorcycle ride out there. That's kind of a fun event. So maybe I'll come and check it out. That sounds like it would be a great use of my time and my day for.
Food is great. If you're a wine lover, you can do all the wine tasting you like.
You had me at hello.
So if somebody needs to get hold of you, what is the best way to get hold of you?
You can go to our website, or you can call us at 775-727-2084.
Okay, fantastic.
Perfect. Well, we have this nonprofit segment on our business show because we really do believe here at Spotlight on Vegas Business that it's the entrepreneurs in the world who have a big heart and we want to change the world, whether we're talking to an accountant or a dog walker or, Heather at the paint party night. People go into business because they want to help people and they make a difference. And we find that that nonprofits are very passion driven and very have very gregarious, huge goals, just like us business owners do. So I find that it's a great combination to have businesses in Las Vegas support fabulous nonprofits. And you guys definitely, with the Veterans Connection and the passion that you have, it's something that that we can definitely identify
Yeah.
with, and we'd love to keep supporting you.
I have to say, I find it very sad, especially when it comes to the homeless veterans. You know, I mean, here these guys have, served the country to their best ability. Some of them got injured. They've got a lot of psychological trauma as well, and society just seems to discard them, which I find weird. I just don't find that right.
Right. There's a stigma behind that if you come back from war that you have depression or you have PTSD or you have some sort of anger issues. And so it's a lot harder for us returning vets to get jobs and to be a little bit more successful because we have the people looking down upon us with those stigmas, I guess. And it's kind of sad. And that kind of leads to having less income, less money, and the trust factor of not having to be able to trust people, and therefore kind of leading down that path. And it may not always be because of drugs or anger or the things like that. It just may be bad luck.
Yeah, it just sounds to me like the government should have better programs to getting these guys back into society.
There are programs out there, and that's kind of what I did as a director of Veteran Services.
Okay.
However, unfortunate as it may be, the county, with their budget issues, was unable to keep the program alive, and the office was closed, and thus, again,
Okay.
bringing me to the forefront because I was a director and I did know all the VA rules and regulations. Fely and I are trying to get together and bridge this
Okay.
gap and make this
I'm
not
with
only
you.
just for the homeless veterans, but to get them their benefits as well, because they may just need a little bit of help with their health care or may need something there as far as monetary goes through the VA.
All right. I agree. I think that private organizations, nonprofits, businesses, and individuals can be a lot more efficient than the government can. So we thank you very much, both of you, for coming in here, sharing your passion, sharing your mission and your message. Precious Care Live Longer Foundation, a nonprofit organization serving homeless veterans in Pahrump and soon to be who knows where else. So please support them. Check out more information, and we will definitely keep each other on
Yeah.
each other's radar and promote as you're ready to
Yeah.
launch your event.
Keep us informed of whatever you do. We'll
Absolutely.
promote
Thank you for
it
having
out
us on. We appreciate it.
there. Pleasure.
So this is Nicole along with Mark Weinberger signing off for another 2 minutes. Stay with us. We'll be right back after the top of the hour with our next guest on Spotlight on Vegas Business.